Could Justin Trudeau and the Liberal Party win literally 0 seats in the next election? I know that sounds far-fetched, but as of right now, they're actually closer to 0 than they are to 172, which is that magic number. I'm going to make this video for a few reasons. They're sitting right now with 59 projected seats. You need 172 to win. But I'm going to say this for, like I said, a few reasons. Number one is there's a chance actually some of the left-wing vote in Canada eventually flips to NDP. I actually can't really believe that it hasn't happened yet. I think the main reason is the leader of the NDP party in general is just basically seen as an extension of the Trudeau government, and for good reason too. I mean, he'll make posts like this, oh, he let you down, Justin Trudeau, blah, 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 but then he just goes right back to supporting Trudeau. Even as you can see, like in the replies from this tweet, most people are saying, like, when's the election happening? Like, Jagmeet Singh does have the power, if he wanted to basically force an election. Now, in 2011, look at this. This is quite interesting. The Liberal Party leader only won 34 seats, and a lot of the vote shifted to Jack Layton, who Jack Layton was a lot more popular than Jagmeet Singh is. I still think there still is time, though. I mean, the next election in Canada is scheduled for October 2025, unless something happens sooner. But basically, the latest that can happen, the election is that date. Maybe between now and then, some of that Liberal vote, which I do think just some people, for whatever reason, there's a lot of problems in Canada. Maybe they just never want to vote Conservative. I mean, I don't personally understand being knee-jerk on either side, but there probably are people that just don't want to vote in a right-wing sort of government. I just don't know why those people wouldn't be like, maybe Jagmeet Singh will be a better operator and give him a chance. I don't know. But as you can see here, very recently, the Liberals are already showing that they are losing kind of safe seats to the Conservatives. In Toronto St. Paul, in the recent by-election, the Conservative won, which was seen generally as a pretty big shock. And then the other reason is just aside from the fact that maybe some of those Liberals will shift over to NDP, just looking at Canada's current outlook as a country, it's very bleak almost everywhere you look. And there's a few other things. I think the Trump presidency will make this even more obvious if Trump kind of gets the economic engine of America running. But look at this. 1 in 3, this is like a infographic of food bank clients in Canada. 1 in 3 are new clients are 18 to 29. That's incredible. 4 in 5 new clients are newcomers to Canada. I mean, this is actually shameful that Canada sells the dream. We sell this place where you can come live here and achieve like the Canadian dream. 4 in 5 new food bank members are newcomers to Canada. That's not good for people that are from here that need the food bank. That's not good for the newcomers to Canada. It's just a totally shameful statistic. And really, there's not much positive news anywhere you look in Canada. Really quick, if you're familiar with this person, I've been disagreeing with this person. I do not like Nick Fuentes. Just if you're watching this, you're like, what the heck? I think that guy sucks. Anyway, dear Chair, this is from the Toronto Police. Since 2015, violent crime has surged by 50%, violent gun crime by 116%. Despite this, Prime Minister's focus remains on banning firearms from law-abiding Canadians while turning a blind eye to illegal gun smuggling and violent crime. I mean, this is a letter from Toronto Police Association. Incredible. And this is like not a lot of these. This is brand new stuff I'm showing. At least in this case, this is brand new. I mean, the news in Canada, anywhere you look, is pretty negative. This is also very new. I mean, what is happening? There's just like this massive. These videos are coming out almost every week now. I'm not even almost actually too generous. Every weekend. But this happened in Surrey, BC. Apparently people... I mean, these videos coming out of just... I mean, apparently these people were saying we own Canada. I cannot confirm that. Although I've shown videos before, and you can hear the people saying it. Intifada, revolution. There's another person in BC. I don't even want to repeat what they said, actually, but they have very anti-Canada messages. These videos are coming out all the time in Canada. And aside from that, Donald Trump just won in America. The contrast between the economies of Canada and USA, I've highlighted in other videos as well. potentially it's going to get even more stark if Elon Musk goes in there and cuts some government inefficiency. If just Trump kind of awakens the animal spirits like he did in his first term, and a lot of money comes back to America through repatriation, more M&A activity, etc. Remember in 2017, Justin Trudeau tweeted this out. Just virtue signaler in chief. To those fleeing persecution, terror, and war, Canadians will welcome you regardless of your faith. Diversity is our strength. Hashtag welcome to Canada. That was the message for so long. Again, as I'm making like the theme of this video, there's a basically, as it stands now, because Justin Trudeau actually sort of defeated his own party. People in his own party were calling for a leadership reevaluation. He's essentially won that so far, despite being incredibly unpopular right now in Canada. There's another full year for Canadians just become more and more aware of some of these policies of the Trudeau government and how they're not working. Unless just something radically changes, I think most people don't predict that happening. I mean, I don't know how, they're just doing the same stuff over and over. The only thing they've changed a little bit is immigration. They're basically saying we're going to take in a little bit less immigrants, but still, look at this. In 2023, the vast majority of Canada's population growth came from international migration, both permanent and temporary immigration, and the remaining portion, 2.4%, came from natural increase, like births, basically, of children. That is incredible. That's basically, I mean, how many, that cannot go on for that many years before you just have an entirely different country. And I'm actually pro-immigration for sure. Most people, I think, are, but not that much. That you're going to make the country a completely different place in like a matter of 5-10 years. And it's a matter of, can everyone be absorbed into the services of the country, have somewhat of a common culture? I mean, not even somewhat, just a common set of values. It's just ridiculous that Canadians have been gaslit to say, like Trudeau says here, diversity is our strength. That's a garbage message. Your strength as a country should not be diversity. It's too nebulous. Nobody knows what it even means. Your strength of a country should be economic strength, social cohesion, things like that, not diversity. And again, this is Toronto. I mean, like these types of prayers, what have you. There's just another full year between now and next election. Is this Canadian unity? Like, you can do this, but this is blocking a street. This is in the middle of Toronto, apparently in the middle of the street. This is not okay, but people in Canada are afraid to say anything about this because they call you like xenophobic, or they just call you something like that. And one other reason is the difference that we have in energy policy. I think you wait a full year before you have the election, more and more Canadians are going to be like, why are we prioritizing climate change so much? It doesn't need to be the mission of an entire country. It's absurd. Listen to the difference in philosophies between the president-elect Donald Trump and our leaders in Canada.
If elected president again, what is the first thing you would do to help bring down the cost to make things more affordable?
Drill, baby, drill.
So that's a government that is supportive of the energy industry. And the energy industry in Canada is actually way more proportionally important to our country, even than America. We need it so badly. So much of our economy is energy and mining, and then the banking that goes with those two sectors. We can't just, it's ridiculous what's happening. Premier Daniel Smith of Alberta here expressing some frustration about the policies coming out of Ottawa.
Provinces. Ultimately, this cap will lead Alberta and our country into economic and societal decline. And once again, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is putting reckless policy ahead of the needs and concerns of everyday Canadians. I made note that he would...
And I don't think that's hyperbolic at all. There's so many problems in Canada for us not to be unleashing our energy industry and working with them. And again, still protecting the environment, which the Alberta government talks about all the time. But these production caps, this excessive carbon tax is out of control. I'll finish here with just one. Like, actually, this graph's been going viral a little bit lately. I don't believe that this is exactly accurate, but it's directionally true. I only say that because I don't think that, like you see in here, during 2008, it wasn't this correlated. So I don't know exactly where they're getting this data from. Like, America had a major kind of bump down, and Canada actually didn't didn't like we didn't have such a massive dip in our GDP per capita. Actually, there was like a few years just past '08 that we actually had a stronger economic engine, like at least in that year. I mean, it's cherry picked, but I don't think it's this correlated. But directionally, it's true. And the part about when Justin Trudeau got elected and us Canada being essentially flat since then, that is true. And you can look that up basically on any source. There's something around 48, 49, maybe 1,000 GDP per capita, 50 maybe. Now we're at around 53. And America is at like 81 or 82. They've gotten so much better. Even still with all their problems, they just elected a new president, like from a Republican to Democrat. But Canada's just been so flat, and our priorities are on like capping the production and the pollution of our biggest industry. And again, they want to protect the environment. Everybody loves the environment, but we have this hyperfixation on carbon. But anyway, for all those reasons, basically just the fact there's another year of Canadians realizing what an economic mess we are, unless something magically happens, that things get way better, housing prices come down, salaries go way up. I don't know how that's going to work. This government's been in power for 9 years. I don't think their policies are just going to magically change. I think the odds of that are actually incredibly low, like less than 1% of just for those policies to just like suddenly work when they haven't been working. Definition of insanity that everyone talks about. So there's that. Just another year of kind of the fact that we're flat, and say other countries like America will be growing. And then the other thing would be Jagmeet Singh. If he can kind of get his act together and start to maybe campaign a little harder, maybe talk about the dental plan, things like that, maybe he can kind of take some votes away from Justin Trudeau, and the Liberal Party can just sink lower like they did back in 2011. So anyway, with that said, I'll finish the video. I do think that either way, it looks like Pierre Poilievre and the Conservatives will probably win the next election. But I mean, things can change. You never know exactly. It's certainly likelier now. With that said, I'll finish the video though. But thank you very much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Have a great day.